Like to welcome all of you to another one of our co-founder meetings. It is middle February here, or the February 10th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this co-founder, I'd like to call it a training actually. We do it twice a week. We do it on Mondays and Thursdays. And of course, we have our opportunity meetings on Tuesdays. And they're always at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into today's content. We're going to be talking today about the impact of selling our coins. Okay, and really, what is it we're trying to do here? And should selling be part of our focus, or should it be something that we should like discourage, right? So by the time we get done with today's discussion, I think it'll become very clear which direction we need to actually go here. Okay. Now I'm bringing this up in a timely time, because if I share my screen, I go to my account page, since I'm the original guy for the brand new, pool funding, the new and improved version of pool funding that came out in November of last year. I am the original guy that started the whole thing. I've made, looks like 89 payments so far. So I'm just one payment away from 90 days. And then, of course, on the 91st day, so basically I'm like 1 or 2 days away from actually getting start getting distribution of coins. So I'll be the first, and then many of you will be on the same day. Some of you will be on the next day, right? But pretty soon people are going to start seeing the amount that came into their wallet way back in the middle of November on their account page is now going to show up in their MetaMask wallet automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's just going to show up every day. You know, your balance in your coin, whatever you're purchasing every day, is just going to start showing up. Okay, so the seasoning has now reached a maturity point for the first batch of us that got this thing started back in November of last year. Does that make sense, guys? Where we're at time wise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So quite literally, by the end of this week, most of us that are on this call will probably be um, having money coming into our wallet every day. Yeah, let's just call it money. It's money, guys. We have money coming into our wallet every day, but it's in the form of
Money,
PFI.
money.
That's right, Garfield, because you're Garfield money. Tickled you there. So yeah, it's in the form of PFI, PFB, PFS, so that's the form it's showing up in your wallet. It is liquid in the sense that it's in your wallet, in the market, and can be converted into something that could be turned into paper, for example, USDT, very easily. So you can convert those into USDT. And then from there, you could have it placed on an ATM card, or have it you know or withdraw it out of an ATM, or there's many ways. If you really felt the need to go all the way down to paper, most people will never go that far because we're in pretty much a digital world. So most of our transactions are electronic now. They're not physical like they used to be, where you'd hand pieces of paper. But there's still plenty of places around the world where the paper is the main way to go. Like in the Philippines, it's still very much a paper culture where people are using the paper all the time. But like in the US, it's mostly our cards, isn't it? So and then we do some cash on top of that. Just kind of depends on what you're doing. All right. So what I want to do before I go into the description of the video, okay, I want to show you where we're currently sitting, because in that video, it talked about a situation that's going to be pretty much the common situation after we've hit our targets. So that video was basically a script that works, kind of before hitting the targets, but definitely works after hitting the targets of getting to a 500,000 on PFI, a million on PFB, and 2 million on PFS. So that same video will still work beautifully, for that time period ongoing. Okay. So, but because we're in front of that, hitting those targets, there's actually a multiple in front of a multiple that's very, very powerful. And I want to address that now. So let me share my screen. Okay, I put this out there earlier today. I actually created it here in my, I actually created this here today in my spreadsheet, but I gave you access to it here. I just plugged it in here. Okay. So help me out, Hunter. What is the current price of PFI right now?
Right now, it's about 3,287.
Okay, so it's right here, 3,000 roughly. Okay. It's a little bit over
Yeah.
3,000, right? So at 3,000, on the dot, that would be that's a multiple of 166 and in, 6, 7, right? So that's the current multiple there. Okay. So that means that if you spend a dollar or sell a dollar today out of PFI, then you're basically spending 160, I'm going to round it off, $167. You're spending $167 out of every dollar you're spending just by, that we know we're going to hit the target. And we're going to hit the target, guys, most likely in a matter of a couple of weeks. We're not even talking about a couple of months. We're talking a couple of weeks. So the price will go from 3,000 to 500,000 in a matter of a couple of weeks. And anybody selling right now, PFI, it's like they're throwing away $1 bills like they don't care about the 167. Let me uh, just get face to face with. Does that make sense to you guys?
I love that chart.
Is it making any sense to you
Yeah,
guys?
it makes great
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
All right. I mean, in your right mind, okay. Now, a lot of us don't operate in the right mind, okay? But let's in the right mind, okay? Would we throw away $167 like it was nothing? Would we do that?
No.
No way.
Would we
Of
throw
course
away
not.
a dollar if it was only a dollar? How many of us are
No.
guilty of that all the time?
Yeah.
Right? So when you think in terms of something, it's a present value, right? And not understanding the time value of money. Okay, so I want you to repeat after me because this is the principle we're going to operate this whole meeting today is on this one principle: the time value of money. Okay, everybody say that with me: time value of money.
The time value
Time
of
value
money.
of money.
Right? Because if your focus is clearly on current value, you're gonna really miss the boat on this one, okay? But if you can come into your right mind and understand the time value of money, right? Then you never ever put your attention on only the current value. Right? Makes sense?
Right on.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. So
I love
my mind's going two different directions. It's going inflation. I'm thinking about on the one hand, I'm thinking about the time value of money when you don't put it into action. So idle money, right? And there's a cost for money that's idle, right? There's also a cost of money that's not idle, right? And then you take it and put it back into an idle position, right? You move it from where it's already operating in leverage with time value, right? And then you bring it back down into okay, now it's back to idle, right? And that's what people are doing when you sell PFI or any of the coins. We'll come back to that chart in a moment. When you sell any of those coins, you're basically stripping away the time value of the money that it has by being in that coin. Okay, because that coin has a very clear destination where it's going. Okay, it has price targets, and we're going to get there. Okay, nothing can stop that from happening. So I wouldn't just throw away $167 like it was nothing. And that's just $1. Multiply it if you take $10. If you sold $10, that would be $1,670 of time value out the window. You see what I'm saying, guys?
I understand that 100%.
All right, thanks for keeping up there, Brett. Appreciate it. Hope everybody else is keeping up too. All right, so let me go back to the chart here. All right, so that's PFI. Okay, so obviously, when the price gets up to 4,000, then the time value of the opportunity there is 125. Okay. Is there an advantage of being the guy who actually buys the coin now when it's got a time value of 167 versus the guy who comes in a little bit later at 125? Is there an advantage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
You see the advantage there. Okay. Okay. We'll come back to that point too. Moving on to PFB. Hunter, what's the current price of PFB?
Currently, it's just below 20K.
Okay, like 19,000. So
Yep, 19,951.
yeah, that's close enough to 20,000, wouldn't you say? So we'll say
Yep.
20,000 roughly. Okay. That's 50 times. Okay. So for every $1 of PFB that you're holding on to, it's got a time value of about 50 on it in the next month or so when we drive it up to 1 million, when we drive the price up to 1 million. Okay. The price is going to go from 20,000 up to $1 million per coin. Okay. Now, some of you are going, those numbers seem so big, but we've already done this before. If you look at the charts, we've gone into these high numbers already. We've just come back down in a kind of a holiday mode, but now we're going back into work mode. Okay, so we're gonna take it right up there. So that's sitting at about 50 times value. Okay, another way of saying that is 50x. I like to say 50x. All right. Now let's take a look at PFS. What's the current price of PFS right now, Hunter?
22,217.
Okay, is that
Yep,
right?
Brett beat me to it. That's right.
22,000. All right, so that puts
Yep.
us right here between a multiple of 100 and a multiple of 80. So it's probably something like maybe something like 95 or 93, something like that, right? Okay. So it's not quite 100, but it's probably in the 90s where it's currently sitting. So for every dollar you sell right now in PFS coin, you're basically throwing out the window, let's just say $93. Okay? Doesn't make sense, does it? Does not make sense. If you actually care about money, if you actually care about money for your life and yourself and to take care of yourself, right? In your right mind, you know, you want money to last because you want to last, right? I'll tell you something. I'm going to tell you a suspicion that I have. Okay. I suspect most people don't die from disease, but they die from lack of means of taking care of themselves. They just get to the point where they're tired, they don't have enough money to keep going, and then they die. How many of you would think that I'm right with that way of thinking?
100%.
I mean, people die from disease. It happens. But I think most people die because they run out of money. You know, that's just the harsh reality of the world we're in. All right. So, yeah. So anyway, so we'll come back to that chart in a minute, but as you can see, there's a clear time value there for all three of our coins, and they're different. Each one is different because the price of each coin is different, and the price target for each one is different. And that chart is a cheat sheet, okay? And I highly recommend you all use it, okay? All right. Now, let me
Love that.
go into the video again, and we're going to look at the script, okay? So we're watching the video here. I think we can go to YouTube. All right. And we got the script here. I don't know, is that big enough for you guys? Can you guys see this okay?
Yes.
I could make it bigger. Anyway,
No,
okay, it opens
can
up.
see it but can't read it.
Uh,
I'm on a mobile, so it's very small.
Let me try making it bigger. Let's see if I do that. If I am does that help?
Yeah, that's good. That's good
Okay.
Yeah,
for
Okay.
that's
laptop.
good.
All right. Okay, let's just go with one sentence at a time. Okay. If you are desperate and literally don't have any other choice, by all means, go ahead and sell our coins. And hopefully it will get you out of a desperate situation. Is that empathetic, that statement?
Yes, it is.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
All right.
hmm
Hey, sometimes there are situations and sometimes you have to spend $1 today to get you out of something that might be worse than losing $167, a month or so from now. You know what I'm saying? It might it might be the urgency might be, there are certain situations, right? So if you don't have any other choice, right? If you don't have any other choice, your only choice is to sell the coin so you can get out of a desperate situation. Well, we hope it will work. We hope you'll be able to get out of a desperate situation, and hopefully you'll have enough coin to do it. Okay, that'd be great. Now,
But wouldn't
go
it be
ahead.
better to try sell? Wouldn't it be better to try to sell it to you before we sell it to anybody else?
No, I'm not really in the market of buying back coin. So
Mm.
yeah.
You
Otherwise,
can tell
all of you'd come to me wanting to sell the coin at the price, and then I wouldn't have the luxury of saying, "Well, there's slippage," you know. So no, I'm not the end all buyer, right?
but you could sell it amongst the group.
Yeah, but even then, you got to do it in a very low key kind of way so that it doesn't become like, you know, yes, that can be done, but it needs to be done carefully. Okay. You can sell coins among yourself peer to peer, but it needs to be done in a way that is not disruptive to what we're trying to build in the first place. Does that make sense, guys?
100%.
Okay.
Ace.
Okay. All right. So let's be smart when we're doing things. So the bottom line is this, is that no one can stop you from selling your coins from your wallet. If you look at how we do things in pool funding, do we ever strip you of your power like you see in so many other companies? Like they say, you earn this, you got this, you got that, you got this, right? But do you really have it until you have it? But with pool
Nope.
funding, you have it, don't you? Right?
You have
Yes.
Yes.
absolutely.
It's in your wallet, right? So there's nothing that can stop you from selling, the coin from your wallet. Okay. Pool funding respects you, and you have the power to choose. Okay. So even though it's possible for you to be dumb money, You still have the power to choose to be dumb money if that's who you want to be. Fair enough?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
All right.
Yep,
So
fair enough.
it's called respect. Okay. And now, since we're going to go from respect, we're going to move over to permission. May I have your permission to a bit of your time to cover the logic of a decision like this? Because this is the thing a lot of people fail to do, is they fail to make choices based on reason, and then they let all their choosing happen only at the emotional level. And can we mess up if our whole decision making is only on the emotional basis only? Can we make a mistake?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Total error in judgment.
That's what we're saying here. So it is this: to sell or not to sell. That is the question.
Is the question to be or to be?
All right. Now, you don't want to shortchange yourself, do you?
No,
Nope.
you,
I love that part of the video.
especially on 100X.
That's right. If you are working on becoming a co-founder or partner, then you should wait. Okay, you should wait until you collect your bonus before you sell our coins. Okay, so
I love that.
basically, you can say the time value of money in the case of the co-founder and partner bonus, you have an expiration date on it, right? There's a point of maturity, and it's a year out there, isn't it? That makes sense, guys?
Yes.
Right
Yes.
on.
But you have more freedom to do what you want afterwards. Does that make sense?
Yes,
When
it
it, when
Yeah.
does.
it, when it comes to the logic of this of the equation, okay? Comes to the logic of the equation, you have more freedom to choose, okay? So certainly, why would you ever want to sell something that's got a multiple in front of a multiple? And even the multiple to begin with is great, which is the rest of the video is going to talk about that. Okay. The bonus only pays you on the coins you have. It's not going to pay you on the coins that you had. Okay. Right. We don't care what you had. The bonus is going to pay you on what you have at the time of getting the bonus. You're going to be paid on what you have at that moment. So don't think you have it both ways. They say you can't actually eat the cake and then also say you have it, right? So you either eat the cake or you have it. You can't have it both ways. Okay. All right. Now, the more coins you accumulate, the bigger your bonus will be. So, hey, maybe you want to buy extra. What do you think? Good idea?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you got a multiple in front of a multiple, and the multiple in front is 167 times. Where else are you gonna find that, guys? That's a good deal. All right,
Nowhere.
all right. Now, for example, now let's talk about the multiple, not the multiple in front of a multiple. Let's just talk about the multiple. For example, let's say that you spent $50,000 buying our coins, and chances are they would be worth 100,000 in the market by the time you collect on the co-founder bonus. Okay, so there's your multiple. Okay, that's part of the multiple actually. Okay, so the market moved up 100%. Okay, from what you purchased at 50, and it's moved up to 100. So you've doubled your money. Okay. And let's continue. $100,000 will get you $1 million co-founder bonus. How sweet does that sound? Does that sound good?
Woo!
Right?
Yeah. Great.
Very good.
Nice.
Because remember that the co-founder bonus is a 10 to 1. See, you got the one coin. We're going to give you 10 more coin. Okay? It's not that the price is going to go up 10 times more. We're going to add to your pile of coin. Okay? That's how the co-founder bonus works. to be clear. Okay. All right. So keep in mind the 50,000 you spent most likely came from the cash flow you are getting from your pool funding referrals. So
Perfect.
you are not out of pocket $50,000. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, let the alarms go off. Put your attention on that statement. Okay. You're not out of your own pocket. $50,000. The system provided you the 50,000, most of it. Maybe you're out of pocket. You might be only out of pocket a few $100s. Okay. That's the whole beauty of the way this thing compounds and with the scalability and all that. Okay. So your referrals paid the rest for you to get this bonus. So you wouldn't want to sabotage that, would you?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Let's look at this word, sabotage. Okay. In the video, it shows a boat that's sinking down to the bottom of the ocean. Okay. That's what the sabotage can do. It's not a good thing, right? We don't want to sink the boat we're all using to get to where we want to go, right? It's a vehicle taking us where we want to go. Why would we want to sabotage it, right?
No.
If we use a little bit of sense here, we would never do that. Okay. So in this example, for every dollar you sell before collecting on the bonus, you are losing $20 in bonus money. Now, if that ain't bad enough, so if for some reason you sold $100 before collecting this bonus, you will get $2,000 less. That's a huge loss. Okay. Now I want you to just take a moment with me right now. Close your eyes and picture this. You opened your wallet in a windstorm and $2,000 flew out and it's gone forever. Feel it. Okay. You feel it?
Good.
It don't feel good, does it? It's not,
Yeah.
yeah, it's horrible, right?
Hell no, it hurts. It hurts, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little story. And you never know about these things, but uh, one of the few trips that my family took when I was young kid, I was like 12 years old. My younger brother was 10 years old. We went to California. We went from Colorado to California. We were standing in line. We were on the Catalina Island. So we took the little trip over to the Catalina Island because we wanted to see the flying fish and, some of the other stuff's there at the Catalina. We're standing in line to get ice cream. And my little brother, is 10 years old, reaches down and stands back up and he shows me $100 bill. Okay. Like, oh my God. And then he goes down again and picks up two more. He picked up $300, right? From the ground in front of us. Right. And he's showing it to me. I'm like, oh wow, we're rich. That's what I was thinking at least. And then he poked my dad and he's like, hey. And so my dad poked the person in front of us and say, "Hey, are you missing any money by chance? Did you lose some of your money?" Without showing him the money. And the guy's looking at his wallet. Oh my God, I'm missing $300. He said exactly what was lost, and so we gave the money to him. But imagine how that person felt. This was like a long time ago when 300 was a lot of money. That'd be like over $1,000 by today's standard.
Or more.
Yeah, or more. I mean, I was 12 years old at the time. So that feeling of money just being just poof, going away. Okay. $100 sold today, and not counting the multiple in front of the multiple, just the multiple itself, just counting that would generate a loss of about $2,000. Okay. It gets really crazy when you multiply the multiple times the multiple. Now we're talking about $100,000 a crazy number, okay? It could be $200,000. You spend $100 today, and you're going to not get $200,000, a year from now, because we still have that multiple in front of a multiple. So, yeah, it's kind of silly to sell $100 of the coin right now, don't you think? Yeah.
Foolish.
All right. Let me go back to sharing my screen. All right. Okay, that's a huge loss just because you couldn't wait for about a year. But again, hey, if you're in a desperate situation and you have no other choice, by all means, sell the coin, right? That's how we started the conversation. But hey, if you have a choice, don't sell, hang on to it because you're building your nest egg here, okay? Now consider this. Collaboration beats competition. Now we're going to take a turn here. Starting on this paragraph, we're going to say, the 1 year plan is cool, right? But maybe we should extend this past a year. Maybe we should think more long term about how actually selling our coins should be something that you are just really hesitate to do ever, okay? Because collaboration, that nest egg could be gigantic if you give it enough time. Because guess what? As soon as we hit $500,000 high, then our new price target, by the way, will be 750,000, right? We'll say the floor will be 250,000, but we'll be reaching for another all-time high of 750,000, right? So the highs are going to get higher. And you can always look at Bitcoin over the years. Okay, if you take Bitcoin over the years and just say, look what it did, went from here to there, back down to here, and way up there, and then down to here, and then up there again, right? All the way up to here, right? So that's what it's done, right? So over time, you get higher highs and you get higher lows, right? This low is low, this low here is higher than that low, and this low here is higher than that low, right? So higher highs and higher lows, okay? And that's how anything like this is going to go long term, okay? So taking a turn here, collaboration beats competition, okay? Guys, we've seen competition. In some ways, competition can serve us in a good way, okay? Sometimes we get a better product or service because of it, okay? Things like that. So there's a place for it. But the world's changing so fast that right now, we the people, we need to come together and we need to collaborate so that we don't get, beaten down into no options, okay? So pool funding is one of those things. It's an opportunity for the people to come together. All right. Now, the most sustainable model for pool funding is having a culture of buying and holding over a culture of traders trying to outsmart each other on gains that can be made trading. Okay. You see, pool funding's better off if we collaborate instead of compete. Okay. Instead of competing, trying to outsmart each other, right? Why should only some of us win when we can all win together? Make sense, guys? Okay. Now, with many buyers and few sellers, our coins will be among the strongest in the market. How would you guys feel if on the news they were saying PFI or PFP or any one of our coins or all of them, and the news was saying is a better, stronger, more chart worthy than even Bitcoin? How would you feel about that on the news someday?
That's going to be awesome.
That'd be great, right?
Yes, it will be.
Well, it's up to us together to create that, right? By having many buyers and few sellers, right?
Right on.
That's how we end up having the strongest place in the market. Okay.
Might get you a job in the White House.
Why not? All right. So from that position of strength, see, guys, when you get to know me, you get to know me that I come from the position of strength. I always consider that if you're going to take a position, always take it from a position of strength, because it's really hard to shoot and hit the target in life when you're coming from a position of weakness. Okay, so always position yourself with strength. So from that position of strength, it will be easier for us to grow the whole community and all of the people below your referrals that are paying you every day. Okay, it'll be easier for for the growth to take place below you and your referrals from a position of strength. Okay, plus our value offer will become bigger. Okay, what am I talking about there? Guys, I want to buy the the networks. Okay, I mean, I used to work for Comcast. It'd be like a wet dream if I could buy Comcast, guys. If we come together and we can buy Comcast, because they fired me, so hey, what a touche that would be, right?
Wow.
Come back and buy them later, right? Comcast, okay. If you don't know what Comcast is, they sell internet, cable TV, and telecommunications like phone service, landline, right? All right. So our value offer, because look, at the end of the day, it comes down to the idea of the oh my God, the term slipped away for a second. When purchasing power. So our purchasing power becomes greater. It's not quite the term I'm looking for, but we just have, the stronger we are, the more that we can go and buy up the stuff. I want pool funding to be its own internet service provider, right?
Exactly.
All the stuff we're spending money on, why don't we just, spend it on something that we own, right? Why don't we just, get so huge that we own everything and then we just buy from ourselves, right? So we become like the Costco of everything. It's not a new idea. Okay, it's been around. Good idea though, right?
I love that idea.
All right, so our future can be huge, guys, if we actually work from the spirit of collaboration, instead of trying to outsmart each other, right? Instead of one of our pool funding members trying to outsmart the other pool funding member trying to get out of a coin before it goes any lower or something like that, some of the thinking that goes along that way. That kind of thinking is it's a position of weakness. Okay. The position of strength comes through collaboration. Okay. So our value offer will also become bigger in a culture of coin holders. Okay. Become a culture of coin holders. Bitcoin succeeded to the point where it is today because of this concept. Would you not agree with me, Hunter?
Absolutely.
Hodling made Bitcoin great, didn't it?
100%.
Okay. All right. So if it can do it for Bitcoin, it can do it for us. All right. Let's make pool funding all about cash flow. Okay. Now we're getting to the crux. What kind of business do we want to be in? Do we want to be in the business of cashing our coins in? Or do we want to be in the cash flow business? Which business do you guys want to be in? Do you want to be in the daily cash flow business? Or do you want to be in I'll cash my coins in when they reach a certain point business?
I want the coins and the cash.
Pick one.
Cash flow.
Cash flow. Anybody disagree with that?
No,
Cash flow is better than cashing in coins, isn't it?
absolutely.
Yes.
Let's be clear about the business we're in. We're in the daily cash flow business. Okay. And just remember, you're getting a bonus here of like $1 million for something maybe you spent a few $100s on over here. Remember this up here? Right? Maybe you only pulled a few $100s out of your pocket so that you can leverage yourself into our system of cash flow so that you end up spending $50,000 to get your bonus of $1 million. But when you look at what came out of your pocket, it was only a couple of $100 because you're in the cash flow business. This is all about collaboration. Beats competition. Okay.
I
Now,
love it.
build a small team. Do you have to build a huge team to be rich in pool funding? Yes or no?
No.
You don't have to. You can build a small team and be rich. Okay. Build a small team and cash flow like a king or queen. Okay. and enjoy watching your wealth increase over time in coin value. It's always going to be fun to point at your wallet and say, look, I'm a 10 times millionaire now. I crossed over the line. I'm not just a millionaire. I'm a 10x millionaire, and just keep pointing to what you're holding, but you don't ever intend on selling it. You just want to keep holding it because you're in the cash flow business after all. Why would you need to sell coins when you're cash flowing $1 million? If you're cash flowing $3,000 every day and it's actually spendable money you could spend every day you get it, why would you ever want to sell coin on top of that? Why? Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You need to
Because
buy.
this word up here, if too many of us have that thinking, it sabotages the whole thing, and then it becomes all about competition instead of collaboration, right? We don't want to sabotage what we're building. We got to keep in mind what business we're actually in. We are in the cash flow business. That's how pool funding started, and that's still what we're all about. We're all about cash flow. Okay, that part hasn't changed. So as long as you have plenty of cash flow, you won't ever need to cash in everything. Now that's a bold statement. I'm famous for this line. If you go back deep into my history, I used to say, everyone could become a millionaire. Now that's a bold statement. Now here's a bold statement. As long as you have plenty of cash flow, you won't ever need to cash in anything. Now that's a bold statement. Now, some are simple-minded. Okay, let's talk about the simple-minded for a little bit here. Some are simple-minded and want to believe it's all right to sell the coins after 90 days and use that money to make their daily payments. Okay. What were
You're
they doing?
defeating.
What were they doing up to that point? You know what I'm saying? If, why does it have to be 90 days? Why is there a timer on it? And why does it have to change at 90 days? Whatever you're doing before, you can keep on doing it, but be careful how you're using the strategies that we put out there. Okay. You want to use them appropriately. Okay. You don't want to reward weakness. You want to reward strength. Okay. Be sure to always give power to the strong. Okay. All right. Now, yes, you do have the power to do that. It's true. Hey, in a couple of days, some of you guys can start receiving coin. That gives you power. You at any time you can sell. It's in your wallet. You can sell. You in the market. You don't have to call anybody. You can just do it. You got the power. But I say if everybody did that, if that became like a culture thing, if we all started to do that, if we were all a bunch of simple-minded kind of folk, okay, we all did this, well, pretty soon you find out that make it very difficult for us to to even move forward the way we want to, and that's where it says we would be on a bumpy road ongoing. Okay, culture. We don't want to sabotage our culture. Okay, the culture is cash flow, so that we don't have to sell coin. Okay, that's the culture. Be very clear about that. Now. Pool funding was created for smart people. Okay. Hey, this really doesn't work if everybody that joins pool funding is not smart. I got to be honest with you. Pool funding will not succeed if most of the people in pool funding are not smart. Okay. So I'm kind of counting on that one thing. Counting on smart people here. Pool funding was created for smart people that want a better way than what society has provided so far. Doing a 2-minute online activity instead of an 8-hour workday is that better way. Would you guys agree with that? Isn't it better to spend
Yes,
2 minutes making the
yes.
same
It
amount of
is.
money that
Yes.
Yes, sir.
do 8 hours of work? Usually work they don't
Yes,
Much
sir.
enjoy
better.
doing. Yeah.
Much better.
That's that's for the smart people. Smart people deserve to get something done in 2 minutes that other people take 8 hours to get done. Collecting a certain amount of money, right?
Exactly.
Smart people, okay? By far, pool funding is the easiest way to reach millionaire status over everything else out there. That's a prediction statement right there. People will come back and say, I'm a prophet because I wrote that way back when, okay? Now, we want to empower the individual in mass to a better life. That's the aim and goal here, okay? But as individuals, each of you need to seriously consider the impact of these choices. Sell or not to sell? That is the question. And how it could alter the direction of our community. If enough of you behave a certain way, you're going to have an impact on the group think. That make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes.
are individuals. We want the individual to be powerful, but we also want the individual to be responsible, don't we? Right?
Right
Absolutely.
on.
All right.
Yes.
In other words, support the system that is supporting you financially. Be smart and not just a simple-minded person, so that pool funding has the best shot ever of making all of your dreams come true. Let's underline that one. Not some of your dreams. How about all of them? Okay. With enough cash flow, all of your dreams will come true. We appreciate the time you've taken to listen and only wish the best for you and your family. The end. Okay. Good
Wow.
video.
Yes.
I'd say so.
All
I
right.
love it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Does that clarify everything?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So look, part of this is we have to inspect ourselves. So this is a call out to each of you to inspect what you expect. And you kind of got to start. I'll come back to you in a moment here, Danny. I see your hand up. You got to inspect what you expect. Okay. And that inspection must always start with yourself. Okay. Start with yourself. You got to look in the mirror and ask yourself who you really want to be. Do you want to be victorious? Or do you want to play the victim?
I want to
Because
be
if you
victorious.
choose the victim, you're a saboteur. Okay. But if you choose to be victorious, it doesn't matter what grief, what burden, what challenge might be in your life today. It could be humongous. But with the spirit of victory within you, you will overcome and prevail. Okay. That's who you got to choose. You got to inspect that about yourself. Start there. And then when you approach pool funding, you come from the victorious point of view, right? And not from a point of view of weakness. Okay. Unfortunately, too many people left to themselves, like water flowing downhill, will gravitate toward being weak, being a victim. And I'm telling you, that's a choice. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for something outside of yourself to make yourself better, you got it backwards. Okay, that's backwards. You want this to get better out here, then this has got to get better in here first. Get it? Ding, 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 ding. Get it?
Yeah.
That's where it starts. Get better here, and then out here shows up all better. Okay, whatever's happening out here that you don't like will dissolve, disappear, go away if you approach it from the spirit of victory, from strength. Okay, believe in yourself. If you only knew what you are. Just remember what you are. If you know what you are, remember. If you don't know what you are, investigate. Find out what are you. I'm not asking who are you. I'm asking what are you. There's a nice rabbit hole, and when you get down deep enough, you realize how much power is there. So much power. Okay, all powerful. All right, now I'm going to go back to that chart one more time, Danny. And then Danny was first, then Scott, then it was Brett. But I'm going to come back. I'm going to just share my screen, and I'm going to show you one other thing. Okay, let me show you how to use this thing. Let's say you had $100. Okay, let's divide it up in 90. Let's say $90. You could put $30 in PFI, $30 in PFB, and $30 in PFS. Yes, you could do that. But from your own position of like what will make your life better, right? Looking at it from that point of view, you'd be better off putting the entire $90 over here in the PFI because you got 166 multiple, right? instead of a 50 multiple here, versus maybe a 93 multiple there, right? In the PFS. Okay. So if you can get 160, if you can take that entire 90 and apply it here, then you're better off. Then the next day, if you want to throw maybe some more money at it, whatever you have, you use this chart as your cheat sheet. Look at the current price in each thing and do the smart thing that's for you. It's all about accumulating coin and accumulating the multiples. That's how I would use this chart. So I basically put here, smart people will use this chart. So you can
Hey, so where
find
can
it.
I find this chart?
If you go in our member area, so if you click on the title here, Pool Funding in the Telegram group, and go in the member area, then you go into media, right?
Right.
It's going to be right there, okay?
Okie dokie. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
All the media is there, okay? But
Awesome.
you could also scroll up to it, and it's not too far up there. So here's the bottom, and then here's the chart right there, right here. There it is. Okay, there it is. So it's not too far up right now.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, so let me that's now I can get to the Danny. Danny, aloha, how are you? How's
Hey,
Hawaii?
aloha, everyone. Yeah. So, anyways, I actually kind of made a mistake. I didn't really raise my hand, but I kind of did a thumbs up, and I hit the
Ah,
hand. So,
so this is where
but that's okay.
you're in agreement is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
agree.
Agreed. But since you called me, so I'm not going to hesitate to speak up. And it's like I really appreciate the call because you hit a lot of points, like bullet points, like right on the head. And the timing is I've said this before, but timing is just so
Impeccable.
impeccable. It's so impeccable. And we are very, 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 very fortunate and blessed to have found this and have it find us. So, to be a co-founder with this vision and company and mission of what you have started is uh, such a great honor to be part of. And so I'm really, really grateful to be here with all of you and to see all of you that are on the call and learning like myself. I'm still new. And so hats off to everybody on the call, and just a great meeting and a great message and great video, and more great things to come. So basically, that's just what I wanted to say.
Thank you for sharing that, Danny. Danny, I think you're great. You're an awesome person. May I share a little bit about you that I know to everyone? Would that be okay?
Sure.
Okay. Last I heard, you're 63 years old.
454.
Oh, you're 64 now. So you're 64 years
Yeah.
old, and you are a bodybuilder, and you're going to be going to a competition again soon. When is the competition?
Uh, yeah. So, yeah, in July, I'm planning on do one in July in Honolulu.
So you do all the flexing and the right?
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
And so many benefits that have come along with, um that lifestyle that I've been doing, my whole life. And it's everything. It's my passion. It's so many things for me. It's my health, my self-esteem, my self-image,
I mean,
self-confidence.
the
Just
other day you're telling me you feel like you're in the best health that you've ever been in your entire life today.
my best
64
shape.
years
Yeah,
old. Yeah, best shape
yeah,
ever.
best
Wow.
shape ever.
Well,
Yeah.
When's the date?
my hat's off to you. I respect and honor you for your achievements. They're great, and I've seen pictures, by the way, and like wow, like I mean,
Thank you.
yeah. So
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started when because it's been since 2019 that I did my last competition. I've already won 5.
yeah, so he's already won some
So
championships before. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm going for more, and I just want to you know, I don't know. I ask myself sometimes, why do I do this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just addicted to this thing. It's just I love it. I just love it. It's my
Well,
life.
yeah, I mean, passion. It's the passion, and you do it for the passion of it. But
Exactly.
now we want you to have a big muscular wallet too. So it needs to be really big, and you know
Yes, working on
your
that.
wallet needs to walk around like that too. So that's
Good one, Ace.
Exactly.
Good one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
all right.
I got big goals and big dreams, guys. So yeah, thank you.
All right, good deal. All right, Scott from Thailand, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Doing good. Life's good in the
Okay,
Philippines.
so first of all, I'd like to reiterate everything Danny said about the community and yourself. Obviously, I agree with all of that. The only thing
And
that I'm
welcome to
thinking more,
Jason. Jason's your guy
yeah,
now. Yeah.
also welcome to Jason,
We're
my
glad
new
Jason
referral.
Cunningham's with us.
And yeah, my thought is though that um, I think you mentioned before that there's around 4,000 members in full funding, yeah?
I think it's over 5 now. Let me check. I'll tell you what
Okay.
it is right now. I'll just
But
look
we've
it
only
up.
got like 50 odd on the meeting, and my sort of slight concern is how do we get this message out to the 4 or 5 thousand that
I'd
are
love
not
to see
here?
it. We have 5,675 users. Now some of those might be sub accounts, like maybe 2/3 of them could be sub accounts. But yeah, 5,675 is how many users we have in the system.
So how do we get your message that's from today
I,
to the masses?
it's being recorded, so that's part of it, And then the video, the 3.5 minute version of this call is embedded in the website, right? And then we
Yeah.
can always remember that this longer version to really drill the point down, is going to be on the YouTube website, YouTube there forever. So yeah.
Mhm.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We're gonna keep pushing on the point because when the light bulb goes off in someone's head, that collaboration beats competition when they see it in the right light. Okay, when it's done from the voluntary point. Okay, when it's not communism where it's forced on you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
you have collaboration out of the spirit of collaboration, not from something that's a top down approach, but from the bottom up. People want to do something that's for the benefit of everyone because they consider themselves a part of everyone, right?
Mhm.
Anyway, all of this is leading to the Great Awakening, the Ascension, those things that I'm really interested in following. But yeah, we got to wake up.
Hmm.
So I'm glad it struck a chord with you today, Scott.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm thinking about coming over pretty soon to Thailand, by the way. So don't be surprised to come knocking on the door there soon. You're so close.
Say that again.
I say I'm coming to Thailand soon.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't have a date yet, but I got an
Have
itch to
you ever
go.
been to Pattaya?
I've been all over. Yeah, I've been to Pattaya.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've been all over.
but for sure, Bangkok and Pattaya, those would be for sure. I'd be going to both. You know. And I think Carrie's
Okay.
in Pattaya too. I think you're both in Pattaya.
No, Kerry's in Phuket.
Well, I'll go to Phuket too. Why not? It's just a short, little.
Welcome to Phuket.
Yeah, I'll come visit all of you that are in Thailand. So get get
Good
get a
job.
gang together. Well,
Let's do
all
it.
right. So now, Brett, you had your hand up. Then we'll come back to the pastor. So Brett, you had your hand up. You took it down.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of like Danny. I've had like I just have to let you know that like I've just really appreciated everything that's happened in my life in the last like 4 months, 5 months, and pool funding is just, I mean, honestly, it's been my stable where I've just been able to go to it, and I've just felt if I didn't have this, I don't know what the purpose would be. It's like,
Yeah, you're
do I
really
want?
fitting into a community, you're feeling grounded, right? And I think that's a
Yeah,
such benefit. That's another part of our offer, right? When
but
a lot of people are floating out there all by themselves and they're really feeling alone. And
yeah, no,
maybe that's where you felt before you landed on pool funding, and now you feel like you've found a place that you can call home. You're grounded. You have people around you that love you, that care about you,
I
right?
love it. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah. And what I really appreciated about is that we can all share with one another. And that's what is so cool about this whole program. It doesn't matter where you're at, like from Texas to Thailand to wherever, we're all sharing. And I love it. So thank you.
you're
I just wanted to
welcome.
let
Well, your appreciation, your gratitude is appreciated. So thank you for that. All right, Pastor, and then we'll come to Jason right after. So, Pastor Carl White, how are you?
Grace, peace, and prosperity to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, I personally like to thank our gentle giant, Ace, six
you.
foot five and humble, for his vision. And I just want to let everybody know that just like in the, I'm gonna have to bring in some Bible, but just like in the Tower of Babel, you know, everyone got together. So God said, listen, I'm gonna have to step down because they're gonna accomplish their deed. So we have a community, and it may be maybe 5 or 6 thousand, but I can definitely see it getting to 1 million people with Ace's vision. And if we all do our part, just keep inviting, especially on Tuesday nights. Ace has been working diligently. We all know this what I'm saying, but it's good to, they say practice makes makes perfect. The fact that he interacts with us so easily and
Yeah.
it gives us a sense of security is the word I'm trying to say. And we look forward to the vision, but remember we have to keep that energy going, team. No negative energy. My folks always say that if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Especially when the team is out there trying to help eradicate poverty along the world. And we know this world is not the best place we have to live in it, but instead of talking about it, let's do what ACE is having us do. Let's make a change. Um, you know, I thank Tim for Tim Grady, my sponsor, and then Lisa. When I first came in here about 9 months ago, uh, it was an experience, and each week the experience grows better and better. And I have quite a few health issues, asthma, diabetes, neuropathy, and all that. And like what Ace said earlier, that's not what will kill us. It's our lifestyle because food is our energy. So I won't get into all that, but if we
Right.
keep energy growing, we can live to 100 years because health is the new wealth because you can't enjoy and I take off my hat to the gentleman that's 63 years old and still bodybuilding. He kind of cheated us. He could at least showed his picture on the screen or something. But anyway, guys, we can make this happen. Don't look at the coins as the golden egg. Look at it like the golden goose. And one thing about
yes,
the golden
yes.
goose, it lays
Don't
the
kill
egg.
the goose.
Right. So as long as you keep the goose alive, it's going to continue to lay the golden eggs. But if
That's
you
it.
get greedy and like they said, kill the goose, that's it. So God bless you guys. Let's keep it moving. I think my team, Peter, Maria, these guys have to call and sometimes remind me and say, Carl, Pastor, there's a call on. I said, oh, snap. So I think everybody here, Ken, I've been knowing Ken for years. And if Ken is in it, I know it's good. God bless everyone.
Excellent
Amen.
analogy.
Amen, Pastor. Bless you, Pastor.
Right on.
Excellent analogy.
Great
Thank you.
team. Great team there. Fantastic. Well, let's round things off with one of our newest members, Jason Cunningham. Welcome, my friend.
All
Welcome
right,
to
thank you.
today's call.
Thank you for
Welcome to the
having me.
family, Jason.
Thank you. So I'm going over my notes here. I actually wrote notes. I never write notes for anything. So a few things got me. So the collaboration, working together to build the coins. I mean, yeah, right on. Like we got to buy the coins. Like right before this call, I got on with Scott and he showed me how to buy coins. So I bought coins before I got on here. So I was really excited to hear you talk about that today. But then this got me. From the position of strength, it will be easier for us to grow. Now, that's coming from the big dog. The big dog has sight for when people way down after us come in, and it will be easier for them to get in and make money.
Right
Every
on.
other thing I've ever been in, the big dog keeps it up here with his people, and it never goes down to the people come that are just coming in. I've lost every time in those darn things.
Right
So I
on.
mean,
So said, Jason. So
this
said.
is just unbelievable this year.
100% commission. Okay. 100%
Right, yeah.
commission.
And to have the opportunity to talk to you is just unbelievable.
Awesome.
Collaboration equals strength, and greater is he in us than all the world. So we all have the strength to pull this thing together
Right on.
as a team and just blow it up across the world. And that's really big time.
Amen.
100%.
And if it's about putting out more light, let's light up the world with the idea that, hey, 2 minutes a day is better than 8 hours a day for the same pay. Okay. So, hey, you know,
Right on.
By
let,
far.
let that light get out there.
Yes.
And
So
people,
I'm in the
people,
right spot and I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here
Well,
too,
we're
Jason.
happy you're here too, Jason.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
great.
You're a
Yeah.
great fit. I can
Jason.
tell already you're
Yeah,
here.
again, welcome to the family, Jason. Welcome to the family.
Fantastic. Okay, well, what a meeting. We had another co-founder meeting today, and we're all feeling
Ace,
that power. Who is that?
Ace, I got a question.
Okay, Garfield, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, and I know you said the 90 days and the 91 days, but after the 90 days up, do we start the 90-day cycle again, or what we do? Where do we go from
Well,
there?
think of it like a rolling 90 days, right? So there's always something maturing the next day and the next day and the next day is, whatever you got, whatever you purchased 90 days ago shows up in your wallet today, and that's ongoing and a kind of rolling along.
So they just keep on going after the 91
Yeah,
day, with
yeah. So
92
so
day,
so
we
it's
go
it's
back and
it's yeah, it's a rolling, it rolls along. Yeah. So basically it's got a 90-day maturity point, but you're doing a daily purchase. So you have a 90-day daily maturity, right?
Hmm.
So on
So
the 90
hopefully, all of us that make it through the 90 days, we should be able to start on the $1,000 pool.
or
I go
sooner.
90 days on the town. I go 90 days on the $1,000 pool.
Let me tell you, I like Danny. How he told me what he's going to go do is he's going to go find people that can afford to just be in the $1,000 pool, and that's who he's going to target.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
Right
Okay.
on.
I mean, why scrape the bottom of the barrel and just find people that can barely afford $1 a day? Go find the people that can afford
Yeah.
$1,000 a day. Go talk to them about pool funding. We're
Yeah,
ready
once the
for them.
90 days, I'll shut the dollar pool off and now open the $1,000 pool. So it'll be $10, $100 pool or something.
Yeah. So look, there's no timeline on anything except for what you put on it. So all limitations are self-imposed. And we all have like goals and visions and we have plans and things that we feel are reasonable, and then go with it. If you can improve on it, improve on it. But yeah, um, I like people that try to plan, because that's actually a good sign that they actually are engaged. If they're in the planning mode, they're engaged, right? It's a good thing.
Mhm.
But realize that plans change, usually for the better. If you do it the right way, they change for the better. So if you think you can do this, maybe a week from now you can do this plus this. So you might be able to do a little bit more than you thought in your original plan. So there you go. All right, good question there, Garfield. Thank you for bringing that up. For those that might be interested in knowing the answer to that, it's a rolling 90 days. So on the 91st day, that shows up in your wallet automatically. You don't have to do anything special. So every day. So what you did 90 days ago, on the 91st day, it rolls into your wallet. What you did on on the second day, on the 92nd day, rolls into your wallet. What you did on the third day, on the 93rd day, rolls into your wallet, and so on, right? So it's a rolling. All right. So again, thanks for coming out to another one of our trainings. Fantastic training. Went a little bit long today, but we're going to be calling this one Collaboration Beats Competition. And I think it will really help people if they watch the whole thing in the future that weren't here present, because it really puts a fine point on a 3.5 minute video. Okay. So really get very clear on the deep thinking behind the words in that short video that's on your account page now, already there. All right, so let's go ahead and everybody unmute and say bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow in our opportunity meeting. Bye for now.
Ace,
Bye,
Ace,
bye,
Greg,
bye, bye, bye for now.
Greg
Bye,
Jones
bye,
here.
bye, bye.
I have
Bye.
a
Au revoir.
favor to
Bye for now.
ask of all
See you,
people.